And my last point to you, you do not sell your Bitcoin. Thank you.
Now, happening on these charts is potentially the biggest trap since the beginning of mankind. As Bitcoin begins a new week, are we about to witness an absolute bloodbath? Or will the baby bulls pull themselves up by their poverty-stricken, completely demolished portfolios and give the baby bears a 1-2 Magoo straight in the no-no zone? You gotta check this out. I'm your host, Malcolm Magoo, and Bitcoin has once again sunken below the $20,000 price point. However, is this a complete failure by the baby bears to punish the moon boys? Or is the true pain only beginning? To get a new channel, like, subscribe, turn on, give me these absolute time-sensitive alerts. Take advantage of over $16,000 in trading bonuses below, specifically up to an additional $8,000 for BitGet. It takes 30 seconds to sign up, and it is the nicest, juiciest BitGet bonus on YouTube. And without any further Magoo, let's dump in. Unbelievable. There comes a time in every man or woman's life when they think to themselves, am I about to get absolutely dumped on? And that is what we're going to be talking about here today, specifically as Bitcoin did fall below $20,000 yet again over the weekend. What is going on here? Are we about to get absolutely punished, the moon boys that is? Or in fact, is something much bigger actually happening? So before we get into all of this, I want to highlight this top post here. And it's so important to frame everything before we continue here. The title is, I don't care if the bottom might not be in yet. These are prices people wished for last year, and it's right in front of our faces. And guys, this is so true, right? If you think back about a year and a half or a year ago, when crypto was at its all-time high, the only feeling people that were not invested in crypto had when they looked at these markets were, wow, I wish I would have gotten in. Everybody that got in were just lucky, and I wish I was lucky. And if you're alive right now, that's one of the things that you will look back and think, wow, you know, I was wrong about that. It's not luck, okay? When the prices do what they're doing right now, it takes a certain type of person to see it as an opportunity and then go for it, right? That's two separate things. Knowing that it's an opportunity and then actually starting to invest and trying to take advantage of it are two separate things, and you need to do both to be successful. I played the 2018 bear market crash very well, and I made a lot of money doing that, and I aim to do that same exact thing now in this bear market, okay? Now, I'm not necessarily smarter than anyone. There's nothing special about me. The biggest reason that I'm going to succeed in this bear market, like I did in the last one, is because of one thing, and it's the ability to control my emotions, right? You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to have all of these crazy traits or attributes that you think you might have to make money. The biggest one is literally just being able to look at the market objectively and not let emotions dictate how you play the market. And if you can do that, if you can manage your emotions, that is probably the one tool that will set you up for the greatest success, not only in crypto, but pretty much anything, right? If you can manage your emotions, you can be more successful in every area of your life. So as the post says, you know, he's aware very much of the macroeconomic conditions that are not good. But with that being said, these are levels and prices that have never happened before. We are right now below the all-time high of 2017. We have never had a market cycle go to all-time highs, have a bear market, and then go below those previous all-time highs until now. Okay, so this is the very first time that has happened. These type of conditions, this type of opportunity has never really happened. And the thing is, if you wait for the next bull market, you can make money for sure. But you will make the most amount of money if you take advantage of the bear market, right? If you've been in crypto more than a month, you know that most money is made with what you do in a market like this, okay? If you wait until we're 6 months into a bull run, you can still absolutely make a lot of money, right? It's very easy, in fact. But you will make much more if you're building and investing and exposing yourself in this type of market. Now, as the post says, is this the absolute bottom? Nobody on the planet knows, right? But this is still a massive opportunity. I would rather be buying Bitcoin at $20,000 than buying it at $60,000 or $70,000. And not only that, trading as well. I have buy orders for Bitcoin down around $15,000, $10,000. Do I think that it'll get there? Personally, no. I don't really think that that's going to be a price that Bitcoin will get. But do I have orders set at those levels? Absolutely. Just because I think that might not happen doesn't matter, right? That's my emotion telling me I don't think it'll happen, but I'm playing the market based on, how I should. You should look at every scenario. I have buy orders for ETH down in levels that I can't even imagine it would ever get to. Down at literally $300, $200 per ETH, okay? Now I have those orders set, and I've had a lot of them even set lower for months, and it hasn't reached some of those levels, but with trading, that's just, again, another strategy that I think is important to use because it's not my emotions. I personally do not think we will get to some of those levels. But on the 5% or less chance, in my opinion, that we do, I'm going to try to take advantage of it. And I think that, again, is something that if you're in the markets longer and longer, you realize that just because you think something might happen doesn't necessarily mean anything. But right now, the battle continues with the DXY yet again kind of titter-tottering right here at 109. And at this point, if we don't get a strong rejection off of here, then it looks very likely this actually might continue climbing, especially because of the current state of inflation. We all know that, right? So if that does happen, then we know that what is most likely for Bitcoin and the stock market is more downside if that continues. Now, the stock market today recently did get rejected off of this 21-day moving average, which is just not good. If we go to the weekly, right now it's barely holding on to something even more important, which is the 21-week moving average. And it's barely doing that. So this is a huge moment for this. If we get a rejection here, this is not going to be good for the price of these assets. The entire crypto market is still held down by this trend line here. It's gotten rejected over the last few weeks. We went above it and we got rejected. Now we're trying to hold the 200 week, which so far has held, but ultimate devastation, in my opinion, will come if we breach this 200 week moving average on the entire crypto market cap chart. So the entire crypto space. If ETH recently did get rejected off of all of its critical levels that it was would be very bullish if it broke, and it did not. So that's very bearish. And Bitcoin just got a bearish cross, actually, with the 21 going below the 50-day moving average here. It's actually happening right now. So again, that's a lagging indicator, so it doesn't necessarily mean like doom and gloom, but it is something worth noting. It's showing the momentum for us, and the momentum is not very good. But one really important thing is that everybody is aggressively short right now. The market is aggressively short positioned. Conditions appear to favor a further relief bounce to burn those nursing short trades. It says here, Byzantine General tweeted, looks like we're doing a little barbecue. The entire derivatives market is aggressively short positioned. Every futures contract and perpetual swap in backwardation. A lot of people are expecting this to go lower. So does that mean it won't? Well, usually the people betting on one side overwhelmingly are not correct. However, again, it's the same narrative for the past year, basically. Macroeconomics dictate everything, and they have more leeway. They have more power than anything else at this point. Turn this game is absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Take advantage of over $16,000 in trading bonuses below. Specifically, over $8,000 in trading when you sign up with my link below. It takes less than a minute. Absolutely very insanely good. Tutorials are below in the description as well. Without any further ado, that's it for me.